your first question upon awakening is, what was I just dreaming about? And if you can, just spend a few minutes replaying those last few snippets of your dream, and recall as much as you can. Replay it at least 3 times, and then roll over, write your dreams down. And if you can do that a couple nights in a row, then you start to build the muscle of dream recall, and it starts to become easier and easier. But it's really that simple.
I did an interview with Russell Targ last summer. He's a remote viewer, and he worked with Stanford Research Institute. And one of the things he said is, do not get out of bed if you want to recall your dreams. Like, don't physically start moving around, because the minute you start getting out of bed, you're kicking in your analytical mind.
Yep.
Don't move your body a lot. Don't get out of bed, actually. Bring the pad to your bed, bring the recorder to your bed, or whatever you can do, and speak.
Yeah, that sleep position that you're in, it's almost like the shape of your body and the way that the pillow is contorted to your head, all of that, it's like a container for the dream. And the moment the container moves, then the dream kind of falls through the cracks. So you've got to be so gentle and really, really take your time in the morning to move slowly and record them immediately, either by writing them or recording them into your Evernote or whatever your device of choice is. But yes, I absolutely agree with him. Your body position is really important. Try not to move a muscle until you've replayed the dream several times.
And Kelly, you've heard of people where they say, I'm going to get up at such and such time, and they program their mind to get up, and then the body responds at that time. I'm wondering if also when we tell ourselves what time we need to be up without an alarm clock, if we also say, and I will remember my dream.
Well, very good. That's very true. My dream formula that I write down, some of the most frequent questions that people ask me are, how do I remember dreams? And then once I remember the dreams, what do I do with them? So I have my little dream formula that answers both of those questions. Can I share that with you?
Please, of course.
So DREAM is an acronym that stands for, I'll just tell you what the key words are and then I'll describe what it is. Declaration, remembrance, embodiment, activation, mastermind. So declaration, remembrance, embodiment, activation, and mastermind. So the D for declaration, instead of going to sleep, before you go to sleep, setting an intention to remember your dreams, I say set a declaration. There's something about the weight of the word declaration that sounds even stronger than intention, like the Declaration of Independence is stronger than it would have been if it was the intention for independence. Just like it's going to happen.
Absolutely. You triggered the magnetic field, too.
Right. So you set a dream declaration, and while you're at it, you might as well, intend or declare what time you're going to wake up in the morning. But I will remember my dreams. I am paying attention. Please reveal a dream to me. And you can even get specific about what you'd like your dream to help you with. If you have a question about the relationship you're in, if you have a question about a project that you're working on or where you're living, a health issue, ask that your dream reveal insight about the specific thing. And if you just want to leave it general, like I will remember my dreams, and that's good enough. So that's the D. The R is for remembrance, and so within that, so you go to sleep, you have your dreams, and before you wake up, the remembrance part happens where you don't move your body, you replay and remember the dream before you move a muscle, before you get out of bed. So you record the dream in your journal. And part of recalling your dream, we move into the E in the dream formula, and that's embodiment. Often, not always, but often there's a feeling tone or an energetic vibration that's very specific to the dream. And it could be joyous, it could be just bizarre, it could be like, just notice the flavor of the energetic aspect of the dream and see if you can embody that flavor, that feeling tone, because that's one way of being able to transfer the dream from short-term memory to long-term memory. Within this section, people say, but what if it's a dream that I don't like the energy of? What if it's not a positive feeling? Why would I want to embody that? So here's my little sub thing that goes inside of that. If you have to do dream alchemy inside of that then. So if your dream was filled with fear, then there's a whole other formula that I go into about how to turn that around, the fear formula, and then we can get into that after the fact. But you work with the dream until you get the gift from it, and then you embody the gift of the energy of that dream. And then, so now we move to the A in the dream formula, which is activation. And I believe that every dream that's remembered on some level requires action, even if that action is simply just the act of writing it down or sharing it with somebody. Once you've shared it with somebody or you've written it down, usually there's something that the dream is nudging you to do, either something to write about or something to say that day or something to look up. Like I had a dream a couple of days ago, and the word Milarepa was on my radar, and I had no idea what that was. And so I looked it up, I Googled it, and there it was, a ton of websites about this Buddhist saint that had this, this amazing life, and there's movies about him, and there's all this stuff, and it's like, I feel like I've just brought in this new guide because of my dream. So it requires action. Look it up or do something with it. And sometimes it might be about warning somebody to, not invest in the stock they were about to, or, who knows? There's so many different examples we could get into. The last one, though, is M for mastermind. And this is the ultimate thing. If you can remember your dreams, and then you have somebody or one or more people to share your dreams with, not just your nighttime dreams, but your waking dreams as well, like those, your aspirations, what you're up to. If you can share them with somebody, then it helps to create a container that gives you access to the deeper meaning of the dream and the deeper message of the dream and what kind of action to take. And when you've got somebody who's got ears to hear your dreams, then it just helps you to understand it with more fullness. And then when you return the favor, then you become a sounding board for this other person. You kind of create this wonderful vortex. I've got a workshop that's starting in Los Angeles on Thursday that'll be just like this. And this is something I do regularly to have people be supported in how to really take their dream work to a higher level. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and I wanted to ask you, do you think that the dreamer is the subconscious, but also sometimes that the spirit or higher intelligence works through the subconscious to bring a message to people? In other words, is it a team effort that's going on, or do you think it's all individual subconscious stuff that's in a dream?
Oh, I think it's everything. I think that we could say that what's happening in dreams from the most mundane level, where it's just helping us to sort through data accumulated from the day, kind of like the function of a file clerk, somebody who's putting files in order so that you have more clarity upon awakening. Or like a washing machine that's helping to just remove the debris from the day so that you've got a clean slate to move through your life with upon awakening. That's the most mundane level, and that we could say is primarily for the individual. And then there's dreams that take on larger properties and a larger effect. There's dreams that are very healing. When you talk about dreams, I mean, we could say the dreaming mind is everything that includes dreams, but it also includes out-of-body experiences. It also includes being able to commune with masters and being able to go past, present, future, multi-dimensional. So the moment we step out of the third dimension into the multi-dimensionality of dreams, it's like we're in Alice in Wonderland. The regular rules don't apply. And whether you may be having a dream that's specific for you, but there's people that have dreamt dreams for society, there's some dreams that I call collective dreams, and many people call them collective dreams that seem to be truly for the world. Can I share with you a dream that someone recently shared with me that I would put into the collective dream category?
Sure.
It's a really long, epic dream, so I'll do my best to just kind of condense it. This is a story that's going to be in my new book that will be coming out soon. But basically, she dreamt that she was, oh my God, it's so big. She basically dreamt that she was taken on board a craft